Greetings, professors, and welcome back to my channel. So recently, one of my friends suggested that we come up with a more unique greeting for this channel. Now, if it isn't already obvious, I'm a bit of a nerd, and honestly, if you're watching this channel, you probably have a nerdy streak in you as well. So I thought, what better name for my subscribers than professors? Because we strive to gain knowledge on this channel, and every video that we do, every piece of research that we make, we are one step closer to becoming professors of the Asian entertainment industry. So yeah, let me know what you guys think of that name. And if you guys don't like it, then I'm definitely still open to hearing your suggestions. So I look forward to seeing your comments. But okay, on to the topic of today's video. Today, we're gonna be talking about one of the biggest scandals to rock the K-pop industry in recent months, the FreeZia scandal.
유튜버이자 넷플릭스 솔로 제어 게스트파 프리지아를
프리지아의
불렀던 논란에
클릭
대해서
대응한
금수저라는 타이틀을 뒷받침했던
인스타그램에 사진들을
옷들과
올리면서
액세서리들이
She went on Singles Inferno wearing fake designer, like fake Chanel.
FreeZia is a beauty YouTuber and Singles Inferno contestant who, just months ago, was one of Korea's hottest and most popular reality TV stars. That was until she became embroiled in a massive controversy for wearing fake luxury goods. The scandal quickly spiraled out of control, and FreeZia received so much hate that she was forced to disappear from the internet for over 5 months. But now, she's finally back, and she seems more beloved than ever. So what happened? How did the scandal get so big? And how did she manage to redeem herself? Well, before we get into the story, I wanted to give a huge shout out to today's sponsor, Rosetta Stone. Rosetta Stone is a language learning app which contains amazing courses for 24 different languages. I'm currently doing the Korean course, and one of the things that I really love about this app is the fact that it doesn't just teach you how to read and write, but it also focuses on things like listening and speaking.
가족이 집 안에 있어요.
And it even uses true accent technology to monitor and help you with your pronunciation, which is so important if you're actually going to try and communicate and use a language in real life.
고양이가 집 위에 있어요.
Things like listening and speaking are honestly areas that I've always struggled with because, you can't really learn this stuff from textbooks, which is what I think makes Rosetta Stone such a unique and useful language learning tool. And I've personally just found it super helpful throughout my language learning journey. But if that isn't awesome enough, Rosetta Stone is currently also offering all of you viewers an exclusive discount on your lifetime subscription. So if you're currently looking to learn a new language, or if you're looking to become a K-pop singer, wink wink, then be sure to check out Rosetta Stone, which I'll be linking in the description down below. Huge thanks once again to Rosetta Stone for sponsoring this video, and without further ado, let's jump right back into the story. FreeZia, also known by her birth name Songjia, is a dance major graduate who first rose to fame when she created her YouTube channel back in 2019. She mostly did Q&As, vlogs, and beauty and fashion related videos where she showcased her extravagant lifestyle and impeccable fashion sense. And on the surface, her life seemed perfect. She was said to come from a rich family and had a father who worked as a dentist. She also lived in one of Seoul's most lavish apartment complexes and owned an extensive collection of over 500 luxury fashion items. This expensive golden spoon image made her the envy of viewers across Korea and allowed her to amass a following of over 500,000 subscribers by November of 2021. However, her big break came in December that year when she starred in one of Netflix's hottest reality TV shows, Singles Inferno. Throughout the show, Gia was by far the most popular contestant, with 3 out of 5 of the male contestants vying for her attention. Viewers and the general public also fell in love with Gia for her charming personality, good looks, and expensive wardrobe. And by the time Singles Inferno ended in January of 2022, Gia had undoubtedly become the hottest influencer in Korea, with many even drawing comparisons between her and other it girls within the Korean entertainment industry, such as Jennie and Wonyoung. Her following ballooned to a staggering 2 million on YouTube and 3.4 million on Instagram in less than a month, and she began appearing on numerous Korean variety shows alongside the top celebrities. She even started receiving sponsorships from big brands like Dior and YSL, where she was reportedly paid up to 80 million won per YouTube post. Usually, this is when I'll make a joke saying something along the lines of, I'm in the wrong job, or something like that. But then I realized I'm also an influencer, just a much less successful one. But essentially, at this point, Gia was living the dream life, hanging out with the top celebrities, staying in a luxury apartment, wearing the most fashionable clothing, and making a crap ton of money while she was at it. Life seemed to be perfect. But little could anyone have predicted that in just a few days' time, her expensive golden spoon image would come crashing and crumbling down. The issue actually started innocuously at first, when on the 30th of December, someone made a post on the luxury goods forum inquiring about the size of a Van Cleef and Arpels necklace. I hope I'm pronouncing that right, but a Van Cleef and Arpels necklace that was worn by Gia. Now, since the people frequenting this forum were obviously familiar with luxury goods, it didn't take long for them to identify discrepancies in the color, size, and position of the chain attachments on the necklace, and speculation soon began to arise that Gia's necklace might have been a fake. This was an extremely shocking discovery, especially since Gia's entire image and claim to fame had revolved around her high-class lifestyle and luxury goods collection. So the fact that some of it could potentially be fake sounded like the beginnings of a big juicy scandal, and we all know the internet lives for big juicy scandals, so the rumors unsurprisingly began to pick up steam. Netizens started re-examining everything Gia had ever worn, and more suspicious items were identified, ranging from clothing to handbags to shoes to jewelry items. I mean, the list of potentially fake goods just seemed to grow by the second, and the controversy quickly exploded, becoming headline news across Korea. By the 17th of January, so not even 2 weeks after Singles Inferno had ended, the scandal had already become so massive that Gia could no longer hide from it. And so she released a handwritten apology on her Instagram where she admitted that the rumors were in fact true. Part of her apology read, "Some of the comments currently being made about the fake designer products I wore on social media and on Singles Inferno are true. I'm really sorry. I apologize once again for any situation caused by the infringement of designers' creations and ignorance of copyright. As a person with a dream of launching a brand, I will seriously recognize the controversy and reflect deeply." Additionally, she also began taking down various social media posts, presumably because these posts contained even more fake products. Perhaps she thought all this would cause the scandal to finally die down, but as you may have predicted, her admission of guilt just made the controversy even bigger. Fans and skeptics who had originally assumed the rumor was fake were shocked to find out that it was in fact true, and many of her fans felt deceived and betrayed. The general public were also outraged at Gia for a multitude of reasons. Firstly, people found her hypocritical because she had once stated that she wanted to start her own brand, and presumably, she wouldn't want people copying her brand's designs, yet there she was violating the copyright of other brand owners. Additionally, using counterfeit items is technically illegal, but the bigger problem is that it's also extremely unethical, especially because Gia had received sponsorships from the very same brand she had counterfeited. A particularly egregious example would be the Miss Dior campaign, where she was advertising a Miss Dior perfume whilst holding a fake Dior bag, which is just definitely a huge yikes. So some of this backlash and criticism was definitely justified in my opinion, but at the same time, It's the internet, and you can always count on the fact that there will be many people on the internet who inevitably take things way too far. Some K-pop fans, for instance, started mocking and hating on Gia for supposedly copying idols like Jennie and Wonyoung because she had purchased counterfeit versions of clothing worn by these idols. The more patriotic netizens also accused Gia of shaming the entire country of South Korea because she had worn some of these fake items on Singles Inferno, which had been broadcasted to an international audience on Netflix. Her Instagram and YouTube channel were soon flooded with hate comments, and some people even took things a step further by creating damaging rumors about Gia's family and personal life. One person I wanted to call out in particular is this self-proclaimed professional exposer by the name of Kim Young-ho. Now, this man actually created a freaking hour-long video just hating on Gia and spreading baseless rumors about her. And he was actually the one who started the rumor that Gia's father wasn't actually a dentist as people had originally believed, but instead ran an adult entertainment business in Busan. There was also a lot of backlash surrounding Gia's management agency, Hyowon CNC. The agency had actually been co-founded by two Korean individuals, Kim Hyo-jin and an actress by the name of Kang Ye-won, who happened to also be one of Gia's close friends. But despite the fact that the business was completely Korean-owned, people started accusing them of having ties to China and the CCP, as Gia had uploaded exclusive videos to Chinese social media sites like Bilibili and had once been caught calling kimchi by its Chinese name, Pao Cai, instead. Additionally, the agency was also rumored to have paid for Gia's apartment as yet another ploy to craft her fake luxury image. From being a proxy for the Chinese government, to being the daughter of a brothel owner, to bringing shame to the entire nation of South Korea, more and more ridiculous accusations and rumors were popping up about Gia every day. And within just a span of 3 weeks, Gia had seemingly gone from becoming Korea's most beloved influencer to becoming the nation's most hated individual. Hyowon CNC initially released a statement denying all the rumors, and they even threatened to take legal action against malicious commenters. But this just seemed to fan the flames, and soon haters also began targeting Hyowon CNC's co-founder and friend of Gia, Kang Ye-won, as well. They started leaving death threats and hate comments on her Instagram, and things got so bad that she eventually had to take down all the photos she took with Gia before ultimately setting her entire Instagram account to private. Needless to say, all this backlash took a huge toll on Gia's mental health, and her agency reported that they had to ban her from reading comments on her phone in order to protect her. On the 20th of January, an entertainment reporter by the name of Yi Jin-ho also claimed that Gia was seen at a photo shoot with puffy eyes, as if she had been crying the night before. Additionally, the adult entertainment business that was rumored to be owned by Gia's father released a statement confirming that the rumors were completely false. Then on the 23rd of January, Gia released another apology, this time on her YouTube.
그리고 많은 분들의 심려를 끼쳐드려서 죄송합니다.
Towards the end of the video, Gia begged netizens to stop harassing her friends and family, and she revealed that she would be going on indefinite hiatus to self-reflect, after which she took down all her YouTube and Instagram posts and disappeared from the internet. The next time anyone would hear from Gia again would be on the 29th of January, via an exclusive interview with the media outlet Dispatch. In the article, it was revealed that Dispatch gathered 20 of Gia's items which netizens had suspected to be counterfeits and handed them over to the Korea Appraisal Institute of Luxury Goods to be officially authenticated. At the time, considering how big the scandal had gotten, most people were under the impression that almost all of Gia's luxury items were fake. But much to everyone's surprise, the article revealed that 12 out of the 20 items were in fact certified to be authentic, showing that Gia's fake goods scandal wasn't quite as egregious as tabloids and the haters had made it out to be this entire time. This was when the general public gradually started coming to their senses, and more people began to feel like perhaps this entire situation had been kind of overblown. Many felt sorry for Gia and felt like people had taken things too far by spreading rumors about her family and personal life.
외모로도 막 쌩얼이 어떻다 이러면서 이렇게 뭐 지적을 하는 뭐 글도 있더라고요. 근데 이제 그런데도 이제 댓글 같은 걸 보면은 뭐 굳이 그렇게까지 해야 되나.
엄청난 노력이랑 시간이 투자가 되는데 그거를 너무 헐값에 사고 약간 이런 거는 좀 잘못했죠. 바로 잡는 게 좋지만 그렇게 사회생활까지 통틀어서 싸잡는다고 해야 되나? 그거는 좀 잘못됐다고 생각해요.
Others pointed out how unfair it was that Gia seemed to receive even more hate than celebrities who actually committed way worse crimes. And there were some who even begged her to return to the internet. However, Gia's social media accounts remained radio silent for the next 5 months, and the only news that would surface about her revolved around her charity work. On the 8th of March, the Korean Red Cross thanked Gia for donating 20 million won to victims of forest fires in Korea. And this was followed by photos on the 19th of May showing Gia and Kang Ye-won doing volunteer work at a soup kitchen. These activities further improved Gia's public image, and many people were impressed by the fact that even during her lowest times, Gia was still trying to help the less fortunate. By the time Gia finally returned to Instagram on the 2nd of June, opinions on her had seemingly taken a complete 180 turn. From comments claiming that she had done nothing wrong to begin with, to people demanding an apology towards Gia, the very same netizens who had once cancelled her were now talking as if they had been on her side the entire time. And there were some people who even began acting like Gia had worn counterfeit goods to make some sort of statement against the luxury goods industry. These big brands overcharge for subpar products, so I actually think Gia was just trying to make a statement that you could find the same items for a lower price, one person said. I had always supported Gia since the beginning. She was doing all of us a favor by ripping off these big brands because many of them are unethical, another person commented. And you know, I always just find it so hilarious how drastically people change their views based on public opinion. I mean, we've seen it with the tiara scandal, we've seen it with the AOA controversy, and we're seeing it here again. One moment, these people are acting like wearing counterfeit goods is the biggest crime in the world. And then the next moment, they're acting like she was doing it all for a meaningful cause. But I guess it just goes to show how fickle some people are. And I honestly believe that many of these netizens probably feel kind of guilty for cancelling her previously, so they're just trying to overcompensate by showering her with nice comments now. But as much as public opinion has flip-flopped from one extreme to the other, my personal opinions haven't actually changed much since the beginning. I still think it was wrong for a fashion influencer like her to wear counterfeit items whilst accepting sponsorships from those very same brands. It makes viewers and brands lose trust in influencers, so I definitely agree with some of the initial backlash. But did she deserve to get cancelled? Of course not. The levels of hate that she received were just absolutely ridiculous, and I think this story is yet another example of how harmful mob mentality and cancel culture can be. So as much as I can't help but roll my eyes at some of these netizens, I am glad that they're at least backtracking and giving Gia a second chance. And hopefully both Gia and the netizens have learned a lesson from this experience. But more interestingly, I also think that this incident brings to light the bigger issue of how social media doesn't represent reality. Of course, it's easy to shit on Gia for presenting a fake image, but if we're being honest, we all do it to some extent. We might not go as far as to wear fake luxury goods, but we still do things like, post photos where we look our best, or show our happiest and most fun times, like when we're on vacation. I mean, it's inevitable that we would all want to present the best versions of ourselves on social media. This is not something that we can avoid or stop, but we can make ourselves more aware of it. And hopefully this incident has proven to people just how deceptive social media can be. But if you're still not convinced, then wait till you see what I'm wearing, waist down. So that concludes the FreeZia controversy, and I'm interested to know what you guys think. How do you feel about this entire scandal, and what are your views on influencers wearing counterfeit items? I'm interested to hear from my professors in the comments, and if you enjoyed this video, then please give it a thumbs up and subscribe. Don't forget to check out my Patreon for music video reactions and other bonus content, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye!